Denver, Colorado, 5,280 feet above sea level. The scene of tonight's Emirates NBA Cup showdown and the office of one Nikola Jokic. Yeah, he's all about his business, and he's all about triple doubles and ready to lead the Nuggets in this Group C showdown tonight. And we welcome you to the Emirates NBA Cup on Prime, presented by Wingstop. Tonight, it's the Denver Nuggets taking on the Golden State Warriors. And we welcome you inside Ball Arena alongside my guy, Jim Jackson. I'm Michael Grady. Allie Clifton joins us as well. We appreciate you joining us tonight for this matchup between two teams in Group C. And Jim, Group C is the only group where every team is above 500. Yeah. It is brutal.
It's brutal, but it's a microcosm of what the Western Conference is, the gauntlet that these teams have to navigate all year. Listen, we knew Houston, Golden State, and Denver will be tough. But how about the Portland Trailblazers? Tiago Spiller has those young men playing some excellent basketball.
No doubt about it. This is the first NBA Cup game for Golden State. And you mentioned Portland. They beat Denver in their first NBA Cup game. Let's talk about Golden State, though. No Steph Curry, dealing with an illness. He's out, but they have Draymond Green back, and they also have Jimmy Buckets.
You know, rarely do you play a game without Steph because he loves the game, but having Jimmy Buckets, I think that's a nice little novelty. I don't think Jimmy goes out and hunts for shots just because Steph is not there. He's going to run the offense, not turn the basketball over, be the leader, but look for, I think, maybe Jonathan Kuminga and Podziemski to step up a little bit more.
Both Draymond Green and Jimmy Butler sat out the last game for Golden State. The Warriors collectively will have to find a way to slow down Nikola Jokic. And Jim, how is it possible that he just keeps getting better and better?
Listen, the age-old question in the league is how to slow him down. It hasn't been answered yet. I think it's impossible, but can you make him a little less efficient? That's the key. Take away some of his space. If you do that, then maybe you have a chance to slow him down.
Again, he's dynamite, tough to deal with. His running mate, Jamal Murray, standing by with our Allie Clifton.
Thanks so much, Grady. Jamal, cup play tonight. Despite being 0-1, your friend in studio, Steve Nash, still picked you guys to win it all, complimenting your great start to this season. How do you set the tone?
Getting organized, executing, trying to take away the early mistakes, the mistakes that we can control, and then just playing free, having fun. It's a game. So as long as we do that, we got the squad to go all the way.
How much do you as a player use that opening night loss to these guys to fuel you towards a different outcome?
I mean, yeah, every game you lose, you want to get them back, but it's a new day. You know, they're going to make adjustments. They're going to have different people in the lineup tonight, so we just got to keep an attack mentality at home and not let our guard down.
Jamal, I appreciate the time.
Well, thank you.
Grady?
Thank you so much, Allie. This is a deep Denver squad. How about the start for Aaron Gordon to this season, Jim?
The thing I love about Aaron Gordon is that he allows his ego to be to the side. He was a former #1 option at Orlando. Understanding his role is more valuable, maybe as a third option, but a very great compliment to what Jamal Murray does, but more important, an outstanding compliment to Jokic.
He's been tremendous, and it'll be quite the matchup in this ball game. The Nuggets and the Warriors for the second time in this early regular season and the first time in NBA Cup action. It's all coming up. You're watching the NBA on Prime.
Warriors against the Nuggets, and let's just dive right into Jamal Murray's hot start. Steve, you like what you're seeing?
Yeah, he's off to a fast start. First of all, physically healthy for a period of time. It's not been the case for a while. Sharp movement, that burst is there again, averaging 22.7 at 46.5 from the field. I mean, he's off to a really good start, not to mention 5 rebounds, 5 assists. So really, really happy with his early season.
Is this the year we see Jamal Murray make an All-Star game? If he 22?
It started now.
Start the campaign.
Two or three in the West, I think he has to be an All-Star for the first time.
Yeah, pretty wild that he has not been one yet. I think the word you use, he's looking springy.
Yeah, he's looking springy.
Steppy.
He's steppy. You can tell his change of direction is so quick. I actually saw him one of the first plays of the game the other night. He come off a down screen, and you know he usually shoots a little set shot, but he actually had some lift on his three-pointer. He looks great. He looks active. He attacks all the time. So let's start this campaign for his All-Star.
Let's go.
Go.
And then to your point, when you say he looks great, he looks active, he's getting it done from all three levels. When he's not healthy, he settles a lot. He settles for a lot of threes. He settles for a lot of pull-ups. He is not letting defenses off the hook. He is getting downhill on bigs. If you go under, he'll pull up and shoot the three. So he's getting it done from all three levels. And that two-man game, I know it personally because it owed me a ring. That two-man game took a ring from me. That two-man game took a ring.
It is a good point. He's a really good athlete.
Yes.
I think when we've seen him injured, maybe he's not above the rim, but he is on that rim if you give him a window. And when we're seeing his legs back, it's been impressive.
And as good as Jokic is, it's always nice to have your secondary scorers step up and be playing at the level he is. So, yes, we asked Jokic to do a lot, but now that Murray's doing this, I mean, he looks even better.
And especially when Jokic is on the bench, then you can go to
Exactly.
Murray. He gets more in his package, gets more in his step back and run the offense. So he looks great.
Yeah, Steve, that was your pick for NBA Cup champ. We'll see.
Hey.
Gonna be a good one.
Dog.
Where is he from?
Canada.
Crank it up, young man! Nikola Jokic!
Nuggets fans, are you ready for some NBA Cup basketball? Then everybody up on your feet, know what's sitting in your seat. It's time to meet your Denver Nuggets. At center from Sombor, Serbia, number 15, Nikola Jokic.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
We ain't going in from the first to the third. Yo, we gon' get it in on
At guard from Kansas, number 0, Christian Brown.
I've been getting money. I've been getting money. I've been getting. Hey.
At forward from North Carolina, number 23, Cam Johnson.
Baby, you been rolling solo. Time to get down with the team. The greatest.
Jokic fires. Yes, money. Wow, what a shot. Climb the ladder. Oh, cheat code.
It's a shootout.
Yeah, we're in the Mile High City for a big-time showdown. And West Group C play for the Emirates NBA Cup. The Nuggets and the Warriors. Let's get to our starting lineups. And we'll begin with the Golden State Warriors. Again, no Steph Curry dealing with an illness, so it's Brandon Podziemski, Moses Moody, Jonathan Kuminga, Jimmy Butler, and Draymond Green. As for the Nuggets, Jamal Murray, Christian Brown, Cameron Johnson, Aaron Gordon, and Nikola Jokic. Once again, it's been tremendous to start this NBA season. Michael Grady, Jim Jackson, Allie Clifton here with you tonight at Ball Arena. And these two teams had an electric showdown in the first meeting of the season as we see Steve Kerr, second longest tenured head coach in the NBA. Fourth most wins among active coaches, and David Adelman just getting started. David Adelman, his first full season as Nuggets head coach, and off to a terrific start. We had a good conversation with him a little bit earlier. and really proud of the job his team has done to start this season.
Listen, Adelman, he's been around it. The first thing I said to him was not complimenting him. I'm sorry. It was his father, because I played for Rick in Sacramento, and understanding how Rick communicated with players I thought was very important. And I can see the same thing transpiring here in Denver with David Adelman.
And we welcome our audience who just watched the San Antonio Spurs beat the Houston Rockets. Again, another Group C matchup. It is a brutal group. First cup game for the Warriors. And the Nuggets looking for their first win in cup play after losing a week ago. Draymond Green, Jokic on the center circle. And we are underway.
And a couple of things to keep your eye on for Golden State. One, defensive rebounding, because they are a little bit small, and valuing the basketball, as Denver is one of the best teams in transition, converting their turnovers into points.
Draymond Green, a look from the corner is pure. Right in front of the Nuggets bench.
And Dre, before the game, works on those deep corner threes, but also above the break, and that time didn't even think about it, able to knock it right in.
Shooting 43% from downtown to start the season. Jokic with the back down, through a double team, finds Brown in the corner, inside Gordon, couldn't make the catch. It ricochets over to Johnson, back to Gordon, but it's a shot clock violation.
That time you saw Brandon Podziemski get up underneath Jokic, kind of feed him into that double team to get the ball out of his hands. That's one way you talked about how can you slow him down, is that you try to get the ball out of his hands early and as often as possible.
And the Warriors won the first meeting in overtime to start the season. Draymond Green wants 3 more. Front iron, no. It was Steph Curry in that first meeting, his heroics. 35 of his 42 coming in the second half in overtime. Jokic working on Green. Couple shoulder fakes. The turnaround, Jay, won't go down.
Look good, though. The move may not have been as quick, but it was effective. He just left it a little short.
Kuminga using a green screen and rolls out on him. Jordan. Got a handoff from Jokic, firing from downtown. It's money. He shot 10 of 11 from 3 in the first meeting between these two teams.
Yeah, you know, but since that game, he's gone 6 for 25. But here's the thing. He feels comfortable back home against his Golden State team. You can see that no hesitation on his first 3-point attempt.
He just likes playing the Warriors.
Listen, water finds its level. You know what I'm saying?
How about that find? Brown cutting to the rim. Jokic finding him.
And both of these teams, as you know, are excellent off-the-ball cutters. Ball pressure is a premium to kind of take those passes away.
Warriors throw it away. Jokic, toss ahead, finds Brown again. Back-to-back assists from Jokic to Brown.
Well, the live ball turnover, we talked about it. Your defense is going to be compromised. Jokic running that point forward, able to get to Brown underneath.
Jokic, 3 assists on the 3 made field goals for the Nuggets. Ball rotates, Podziemski wide open, in and out on the tray. Nuggets on a 7-0 run. Jokic off a double, Brown for 3. Off the heel, long rebound to Podziemski. Outside look short, and the Warriors are 1 for 6 to start this game. Gordon, the back down, the turnaround off window, no good. Here comes Moody for Golden State. Moody has been playing well to start the season. Green. Now Butler, battled up in the corner by Gordon. Sets up Moody on the drive, spinning over to Podziemski. 5 on the shot clock. Moody sets his feet and can't hit from deep.
But good patience that time by Golden State. You know, it's a drive, kick, force the defense to help him. That time, Moody able to get an open shot, just not able to cash it in.
Podziemski wants a early challenge.
Not getting it.
Steve Kerr.
He ain't even thinking about it.
No, not even
Mike,
4 minutes into the game.
About it. Come on, man. you got to be careful because players want to challenge everything, and coaches, KYP, know your personnel, and who's asking for the challenge.
Who to trust.
That's right.
Jokic dumps it off to Murray, goes down, ball on the floor. Brown scoops it up. Clock winding down. Brown double clutch. Goal! Okay. Christian Brown off to a fast start. 6 points. 9-3 Denver. Green from the elbow, short, almost tipped it up and in, out of bounds. And then we'll go to Denver in a rough start for the Warriors. They missed 7 of their 8 shots.
Well, and here's really good defense by Kuminga. You don't want to bail out the shooter at that point, and Christian Brown, when in doubt, you put it up. And that time able to watch it come through the nets.
Nuggets looking for their 3rd win in a row. Murray from downtown, and Steve Kerr needs to talk things over. Warriors started the game with the 3. Since then, 12 unanswered from the Nuggets. Of Denver's 12 points, Jim, and he's effective from the elbow, to say the least.
But it's not just the elbow, it's up above, below the three-point line, above the free throw line, elbow or wing elbow. And the reason why, it provides more spacing. It's hard to help that way. Watch where he's at right here. Okay, now he's a little bit lower, but it's an isolated, empty corner. He has space to work with, especially with shooters on the weak side. Just dropping dimes anytime he wants to. Again, here, coming across the lane. Okay, now when you help, look where the defender's at. Gary Payton II is on top. Easy money pass to a cutting Christian Brown back door. Listen, you see this, assisting on 10 of 20 of the team's 12 points. Money, man. That's just money.
He could choose to dominate you and be aggressive with his shot attempts, or he could just dime it up, and that's what he's done to start this game. That's a tough pass inside, broken up and stolen. Jokic up top. Near the elbow with the handoff to Gordon. Murray in the corner. Baseline drive, blocked by Kuminga. Murray got it back, dumped it off to Jokic. Nearly lost the handle, got it back, surrounded. Gordon is open for 3. Left it short, and Moody the rebound.
And that's the kind of active defense that Golden State is going to have to employ the entire night on this Denver team.
And Butler off window, bucket, and the foul, and grimacing, holding that left shoulder.
Jimmy able to get deep post position, but go back to the defense. Well, he got a little bit of net there, Kuminga. But the scrambling defense, and then you got to make Denver pay on the opposite end. If you can get numbers, in particular, Jimmy Butler posted, that's money.
That pass from Draymond Green to Jimmy Butler was the 5,000th assist of Draymond Green's career.
I had the pleasure of watching that young man, because he's young to me because I'm old, but when he first started at Michigan State, to watch the involvement of his game and kind of where he's placed at among some of the best in the game now.
Jokic, first field goal for Nikola Jokic.
And best at what he does. I know some people talk about, you talking about the All-Star.
Draymond Green, 35th overall pick in 2012. Kuminga from downtown, too strong, rebound Brown. Denver 14, Golden State 6. Midway mark of this opening quarter. Gordon, defended by the smaller Podziemski, goes inside. Good help defense from Green. Johnson on the perimeter. Jokic now going to work. Steps through. Finger roll for 2.
You don't have to be quick. You just have to be decisive. In that deep post position, that one dribble, Jokic was able to split that double team and get right to the front of the rim.
Podziemski, no. There is a lid on the basket for the Golden State Warriors. Just 2 for 11. Johnson, well off the mark. Johnson still trying to find his way in the early going of the season with the Nuggets. Kuminga out to Podziemski. Penetrating, nearly stripped. Tried to dump it off, stolen by Gordon. Gordon, bully ball, step through, easy leg. And the Warriors need another timeout.
The line ball turnovers are going to get you every time, and if you get it out quick enough, a big body like Aaron Gordon expanding this game, too big, too small, too easy, buckets inside.
Welcome to the club.
Man,
What season?
12.
Don't it go fast?
It does, it does. But I heard only like 17% of players make it to 10 years.
Probably less than that.
So I think I did all right, man. Did all right.
Very good.
Thank you, James.
And you did it right. That's why it worked.
Thanks, sir. Thank you. Likewise, James.
It's our Prime Access. Let's check in now with our Allie Clifton. Allie?
Yeah, Grady, just listening in on that last huddle. Very cool, calm, collected. As to no surprise, Steve Kerr, he went over some offensive sets with his guys, and then he just simply looked at him and he said, guys, we're going to be fine. We just have to buy in, be together, stay spaced offensively. Just relax. We're going to be fine.
They've got to lock in. They've been turning it over, something they've been doing all season long. Nice pass. Draymond Green to the rim for two.
Steve Kerr has to love that. You come out of timeout, talk to your troops, call up a play, and you're able to dial it in and get the basket. Now let's see if you can Golden State tie together a couple of defensive stops.
Lob to Gordon. Another assist for Jokic. The Warriors have had a wild travel schedule to start the season. 3 back-to-backs already. This is Spencer. Turnaround jumper is good. And Peyton Watson took a shot to the gut, as you see him on the right side of your screen.
You talk about Golden State playing with pace. That's, I think, when you're a little bit smaller, you can move sides, you got to play with pace, and that's even in the half court. So now, pass right between Jokic's leg, able to get it inside, and then Jokic to Gordon. And how many times have we said this?
He's got 5 assists already. We were talking with David Adelman. The Nuggets are such a good first quarter team. 3rd best point differential in first quarters in the NBA. And he said a lot of it is because teams don't know how to defend Jokic. He could attack like this, or he could dime you up. You just don't know what his approach is going to be.
Because he plays kind of peekaboo. One game he may be aggressive scoring. The next game is all about setting up his teammates. So defensively, you're trying to figure out which Jokic is going to show up, and you're never quite sure.
4th turnover of the first quarter for Golden State. Bruce Brown on the floor for the Nuggets, along with Tim Hardaway Jr. on the logo. Hardaway has fit in well here in Mile High. Here he is to the rim, drawing the foul. And Hardaway will go to the free throw line. Hardaway averaging 11 points per game to start the season. First year in Denver after signing a 1-year veteran minimum. Up to a career best start in shooting efficiency, 45% from downtown. Taking a look at the upcoming national TV schedule. NBA TV tomorrow night. Lakers and Hawks. ESPN tomorrow. Phoenix and the Clippers. Peacock Monday. Washington taking on Detroit, and NBC and Peacock on Tuesday. Boston, Philly, Denver, Sacramento. For more on these games, please go to NBA.com or visit the NBA app.
To put a cap on top of that with Tim Hardaway Jr., when you have space and you have excellent passers that get you the ball in your shooting pocket, those numbers, you talk about 49 overall, 45 from behind 3. Now you're not taking as many contested shots.
So basically, he's in heaven.
What? 52, 80, right? The altitude there.
Post kept the pivot. Crowd didn't think so. Butler on the drive, puts it out, left it short. A lot of contact there. Trace Jackson Davis, no. Trace Jackson Davis, yes. Trace Jackson Davis, 6th appearance of the season on the scoreboard now. 24-12. Brown for 3. Short. Warriors have dropped 3 of the last 4. They've had guys in and out of the lineup. This is post from deep.
And that's a welcome sight. Post able to get that first one to go. He was scoreless in their last game against Sacramento.
Jokic finds a cutting Gordon. Gordon couldn't muscle it in. Tapped out. Hardaway fires. No good. Post the board. Denver's lead single digits. Butler, attack mode. Dump off Jackson Davis off the window. Jackson Davis provided a spark.
You keep the game simple. When you value the basketball, you're not turning it over. You move it quickly. Now you're going to be able to get some high volume, high quality shots at the rim, and we see that during this comeback for the Warriors.
Warriors on a 7-0 run. Bruce Brown gives it up. Jokic for three. Yes! .75 seconds to go in the first quarter. Dump off to Spencer behind the back. Jackson Davis. Toss out, deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with the Warriors with 7 on the shot clock.
How about Jackson Davis? He's just able to get down low. Nice pass by Jimmy Butler. Here it is too. 11 field goals made by Denver off of 9 assists. Ball's hopping around.
Jokic in double figures with 11. Hield. Shot clock winding down. Hield to the cup. Won't go. Jokic pushing the tempo. Up ahead. Watson. Double clutch. No. Jokic on the offensive glass. Put it up and in. They're one of the more efficient offenses in the NBA. And when they miss, they're the top half of the league in second chance points. Spencer taking his time. Post. On the drive. Toss out. Hield. Pump. The runner. Goal. A near 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Nuggets shooting 52% in this opening frame.
Good buddy.
Jokic out to Gordon for three. Yeah, he likes playing against these guys.
It's something about the Warriors uniform.
5 seconds. Nearly stolen. Post. Got it off. Oh, he drained it. Post with the prayer. Jokic. Oh, my. Just caught it in one motion and threw it up. Jokic doing a little bit of everything. 11 points, 6 assists, knocking it down from deep. And it's all Nuggets in the first. It's NBA Cup on Prime, presented by Wingstop. Here at Ball Arena, Michael Grady, Jim Jackson, Allie Clifton here with you. A first quarter dominated by Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets, Jim.
You asked a question, how can not only Golden State, the league slow Nikola Jokic down? It's impossible. Across the board, what he does, because you can't just take one thing away. And that was on full display in that first quarter. 5 for 6, 6 assists, couple rebounds, 3 to be exact.
Too tough. Second quarter underway. Watson on the drive. Floats it up. Too strong. And here comes Spencer the other way for the Warriors. Leaves it for Post. Post needs a teammate. And now they'll set up the offense. Spencer driving on Valanciunas. Kick out. Moody. Green. Corner three. Money.
That's excellent ball movement that time by the Warriors that you keep in mind. I know that Draymond hit the one earlier, but he's going to be the odd man out being open.
Yes.
Just got to make him pay when you get that opportunity.
He started the game with the three in that corner. Talking junk to the Nuggets bench.
That's right.
See if they can keep the momentum going here in the second quarter as Murray traveled. Second turnover for Denver.
Well, watch. You sink to defense. The rotation is not there. I think Denver, you want to live with it, but you want a player to be at least close or in shouting distance. Draymond in the corner.
Spencer. And he is fouled. And Spencer, with that tremendous mustache, will go to the free throw line for 2.
Don't let that mustache fool you, though. As a competitor, underneath some of that brush, and you can see he's trying to change his pace a little bit for this second unit. The second unit in that first quarter was 6 for 8 for 13 points, and he was a good part of that. How he pushed the tempo and pace for him.
That is 3rd year out of Northwestern, and there is Al Horford, not playing in this ball game. 4th oldest player in the NBA, and he's showing no signs of slowing down. Signed a 2-year deal in the offseason.
Well, he's smart.
And a welcome addition.
He's picking the teams where he can slow walk his way. You don't have to do a lot. You're surrounded by a lot of talent. You know, you can take some days off. He's smart now.
Murray from deep, no. Spencer the rebound. Butler around a Green screen. Inside the free throw line, sets up Green from deep. Too strong, Murray the rebound. These all-important non-Jokic minutes for the Nuggets. Much better this season. Out there it's Valanciunas, Murray with the rock, Bruce Brown, Peyton Watson, and Tim Hardaway Jr. Another turnover for the Nuggets. Up ahead to Butler. Butler, the midi is good.
Now, also, you're going to talk about the run that Golden State is on. David Adelman talked about, you said, outstanding first quarter team from Denver.
Right.
The second quarter,
not so good.
Not so good.
Said historically, they've been bad in second quarters, including their championship year a few years ago. Post, a no-dim 3 is money. And the Nuggets need a timeout. A 10-0 Warriors run since Jokic went to the bench.
Well, whatever the conversation was with Golden State, it's ringing the bell right now. Back in the
here by CarMax. You want to drive? And by Spectrum fiber-powered internet, the most reliable internet you can count on. Warriors on an 11-0 run since Jokic went to the bench to start the quarter. We have a 1-point ball game. Watson gives it up to Murray. Murray, pull up 3. Goal!
Much needed basket that time by the Nuggets. Excellent defense and closeout by Draymond, but Murray able to get it up and over the top.
Butler, no. And Green missed time to jump. Murray comes out of there with it. Denver's largest lead so far has been 14. Inside, Valanciunas can't get it to go. Spencer the rebound.
It's ironic you said a 14-point lead because Steve Kerr said a 14-point lead is not safe in this league, and how quickly it can be gobbled up. To his point, that's what they did starting this second quarter.
Murray, good again. He says, I got you, Nikola.
You know, it's hard to believe that he hasn't made an all-star game. I mean, all-star team.
Yes.
You know, it's just the depth in which the Western Conference has been his career.
Now, guys, we just talked about it in the studio before this one. This could be the year for Jamal. That is a tough shot by Spencer, won't go. Good response by the Nuggets out of the timeout. Murray back-to-back threes. Up top, Valanciunas, he's lonely. The lead back to double figures. There's daring someone to shoot, and there's whatever that was.
It's reminding him that it's like shooting practice that time. He got a chance to line the ball up, feel it, got a chance, and can Spencer answer? Yes.
Oh, Spencer from Boulder.
I covered back when he was at Northwestern, and he was feisty, man. I mean, he knew he would fight and claw and figure out a way to get on an NBA roster.
By the way, Valanciunas was 0 for 2 on the season before that three-point make. So that was his first one from downtown this year. Short hook, that's well within his range. 2 more for Valanciunas. Moody. Too strong. Long rebound to post, and a foul is going to go on Christian Braun.
Well, coming out that timeout, you talked about the run that Denver was able to make. This is good defense by Draymond. Hand in the face, but offense was better in that case. And then Murray once again with the sidestep. Again, the contested shot. A lot of times, as a player and as coach, this is what you don't want. You don't want the non-rotation. You want to make a player think about it. And the player that probably needed this the most, along with Cam Johnson, is Valanciunas kind of finding his offense in the second quarter.
Spencer. And that ricochet off a foot. Not called a kick ball as Butler can't hit. And that ball bounces right into the hands of Kuminga. Not a kick ball unless it's intentionally kicked. Hield now gets a screen from post. Pocket pass. Nice feed. Butler dump off. Hield can't hit the lay. Entire sequence was beautiful, but the layup.
But you know what? Hield didn't have control over it on the catch.
Watson's going to go to the line for two.
I know Steve Nash talked about in the studio earlier about how good Jamal looked coming into camp and in the season this year, and it's paying dividends for the Nuggets. In shape. None of the nagging injuries, especially the soft tissue injuries that has plagued them before at the beginning of seasons.
43-34 with Watson at the free throw line.
Shout out to Blake Griffin. I think he may be on the pace with Sam Jackson and Snoop and Kevin Hart. Every time you turn on the TV, I think Blake is somewhere creeping around the court like he in a commercial. Go get that money, man.
I ain't mad at you.
I am not mad
at you. Here's Hield. Tossing it up to Jackson Davis and lost it out of bounds. Another turnover for the Warriors. Their sixth of the ball game. It's the Nuggets 45, the Warriors 34. Valanciunas, hand off to Murray. Murray, kick out. Brown from deep, connects. Fourth three-pointer of the season for Christian Braun. Warriors started the second quarter fast. The Nuggets have responded. Off the D-cell, Kuminga can't hit. Valanciunas another board. Nuggets have outscored the Warriors 16-3 since that last time out. Murray out to Valanciunas again. Timeout Golden State. They're just going to let Valanciunas shoot from the perimeter, and he says, okay. 2 for 2.
Two outstanding plays by Jamal Murray to get deep penetration, find where the shooter is at. Valanciunas shooting practice, pointing at the bench. Oh, buddy. Now for From the Wing, presented by Wingstop. It's all about Jamal Murray and getting pressure, Michael, on the defense. A lot of times you want 2 feet in the paint to sink the defense, but this time, a little outside, but because he's such an excellent finisher, watch how many Golden State Warrior players are below the free throw line. That causes a convergence. All you gotta do is make the right play. Christian Braun just licking his chops to get that three-point shot open. And then again, it's because of his finishing ability down low. Trayce Jackson-Davis really did have to help as Jamal Murray was going away from the basket, makes another outstanding decision with the pass.
Nuggets shooting 56% from the floor in this first half. Enjoying a 17-point advantage. Buddy Hield just lost it. Five minutes to go in the second. Murray off one leg in his bag.
This run allows David Adelman to give extra minutes of rest to Nikola Jokic on the bench.
Jackson Davis on an ISO with Valanciunas. Outside to Podziemski. Got by Murray. Slithers through the defense for 2.
And he believed that's Brandon's first basket. I mean, he was 0 for 2 up to this point, and we kind of figured he and Kuminga would be a little bit more aggressive offensively.
Murray dribble move and threw it out of bounds. Nice idea, but just out of reach for Cameron Johnson.
Podziemski right here, he loves to drive to his right. The Euro step when Valanciunas committed too soon. Let's see if Podziemski, after making that first basket, kind of goes back into his pick and roll game.
Nuggets outscore the Warriors 19-12 with Jokic on the bench, and that's any coach's nightmare. Jokic coming back into the ball game in a 17-point lead.
Well, you think about this. During their championship run, the bench was probably more defensive oriented that way. This crew is more offensive oriented, and it was well illustrated there in the second quarter when Jokic was on the bench.
Well, Steve Kerr incensed. They're not going to let Jokic check into the ball game, and he had issue with that last substitution. 4:16 to go in the second quarter. We have a timeout on the floor. We'll clear that up, but Steve Kerr is not happy. Back in a moment. You're watching the NBA on Prime. So Adelman calls a timeout to get Jokic officially back into the ball game. Steve Kerr has calmed down a little bit. 53-36 is our score. Here's Kuminga. Quiet so far in this one. Buddy Hield from deep. That's good. 5 points now for Buddy Hield.
When Golden State was able to make their run, he was on this end of the court where they were able to get consecutive stops.
Cameron Johnson driving outside. Murray penetrating and fouled by Buddy Hield.
Now, Jonathan Kuminga able to get to the free throw line. Jamal Murray a little bit late to that closeout, gave Hield enough room, and then inside, just a smart play that time by Murray to kind of coax Hield into some body contact to get to the line.
Murray had 25 points, 10 assists in the last meeting between these two teams back in October. As you see, Buddy Hield knocked down a three-pointer a moment ago. 2 more to tie Paul Pierce for 16th all time.
Do what you do best, man.
I think over the coming years, the list of the top three-point performers is going to shift dramatically. The guys that, I watched Reggie Miller growing up, and your Dale Ellis's.
No, man. It's all based on volume.
And now the volume is incredible. History books being rewritten. Kuminga, nice dump off. Will Richard with his first field goal, coming off a 30-point performance on Wednesday. DJ Edgecombe, Will Richard, the only rookies with 30-point games so far this season.
And how about it's
spotted out of there by Jackson Davis.
And Kuminga making the plays on the last 2 possessions for the Warriors.
Podziemski fouled by Nikola Jokic. This will be the first on Jokic.
Well, Jackson Davis is a little springy, able to catch it before it caroms off the backboard. Some quality minutes for Trayce Jackson Davis, and inserted back there. There's Jimmy stretching it out a little bit. You know, when you get older a little bit, you come off the bench, you got to take a little bit. Even with the heat pack while you're sitting there, you got to stretch it out just a little bit. The worst thing can happen is you get a fast break, and you got to get back when you first get back in the game.
Jimmy Butler, 5 points so far in this one. Warriors turn it over again. 8th turnover. Murray stops, pops, hits. 17 points off of turnovers alone for the Nuggets. Kuminga, a bulldozer, can't hit. Jokic the board, starting the break. Brown, right of the chest to Podziemski, kisses it off the window for two.
Yeah, and just a little thing, Jokic just the advance pass to Christian Brown so he can then attack to a defender who is backpedaling. Those are the decisions that cash in those fast break opportunities for the Nuggets.
Brown led the NBA in fast break points a season ago. Podziemski can't hit. Jokic leading the break again. Cam Johnson, coast to coast, lost it. Out to Brown for three. Short. See if the Warriors can make any kind of push to close this second quarter. Of course, they need to take care of the rock. Kuminga out to Podziemski. Richard, straight on three. Money. Denver 60, Golden State 44.
But Golden State, listen, 14 assists on 17 made field goals. They've been efficient when, like you said, they valued the basketball offensively.
High arcing three from Murray. 19 first half points for Jamal Murray. He's hit 5 of his 6 attempts from downtown. Richard, first miss. Gordon in the crowd got the rebound.
And it might be the year. It might be the all-star year because Jamal Murray's going to do a little bit of everything. Anticipation, who needs two? I'll take all 3 of those, and then off the catch and shoot, another good defensive play. But you know what? When you're hot, Podziemski wasn't even in the picture. All he saw was rim in the bottom of the net.
16 of his 19 have come here in this second quarter. Murray outside. Jokic for 3. Short. And Kuminga the board, under a minute to go in this first half. Outside look, Green. He likes that corner, not that time though.
They like it when he wide open too.
Butler, an and one opportunity.
I will say this though, because he hit 2, that forced Jokic to kind of get out to the corner a little bit faster. Okay, and I think he may have got a piece of that, but Jimmy Butler able to stay with it, collect up some loose change, and get himself to the line for an old-fashioned 3-point play.
Been slowed lately by a back. Didn't play the second half earlier in the week against Phoenix. Didn't play at all Wednesday in that next game that lost to Sacramento. After the free throw, it's 63 to 47. They're surrounding Murray, forced to give it up. Jokic will take the 3. Cash! $14 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists for Nikola Jokic. Kuminga taking his time. 6-second difference shot game clock. Outside, Podziemski. No. Tipped up and in by Will Richard. Clock winding down. Johnson, no. Green the board. Got it off, and it won't go. Denver outscoring the Warriors 34 to 18 to close the second. Stay tuned for the half presented by AT&T. Nuggets collectively getting it done. Giannis had a big night this evening. Taylor Rooks, Dirk Nowitzki, Blake Griffin, Udonis Haslem, and Steve Nash in studio. Nuggets rolling through the first 2 quarters. A 66-49 advantage at the break.
Nuggets looking for their first win of this NBA Cup. They lead the Warriors by 17 at the break. Welcome Welcome on in. I'm Taylor Rooks, joined by Dirk Nowitzki, Steve Nash, Blake Griffin, Udonis Haslem, and the NBA Cup. But right now, it is time for Court Connection, presented by AT&T. The Nuggets getting some good production tonight from Jamal Murray and Valanciunas to really help them survive the minutes without Jokic on the floor. 19 for Murray, 8 for Valanciunas at the half. And guys, so much of Denver's success is about what they do in those non-Jokic minutes. Blake, what was working?
Jamal Murray worked. That was the big difference. Yeah, it helps when you can have a guy go bail you out like that. But the Warriors' run, Jamal Murray was sort of non-existent. He was on the floor, and then they called a timeout. They came back, and Jamal Murray asserted himself. They also had a few Lithuanian slingshots from Valanciunas, standing back there knocking down a three. Had all the time in the world. But we talked about it earlier. It's such a luxury for Denver for Jokic to go off the court and Murray to step right in and do what he did. I mean, that lead dwindled, and then it ballooned really, really quickly. So that's where Denver's really dangerous.
UD, you were hyping up Murray all before this game, and I know you like what you saw.
I love to see it. I love to see an active, aggressive Jamal Murray. I love to see him taking advantage when he's going on screens. He pulls up for the three. He can get into his bag one-on-one, as you see right here on Moses Moody. We get to the side step, we pull up. We're making plays as we get down here. We're finding Valanciunas and making him better. So I love to see this version of Jamal Murray. And when you talk about winning a championship, everybody has a star in their role. So not only Jamal Murray has a star in his role, but the Valanciunas have to star in their role. The Watsons have to star in their role. The Browns have to star in their role. So this is what they envisioned when they brought these guys in. Because if they have championship expectations, which I know they do, they're going to need these guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, the Warriors getting no minutes from Steph as he is unfortunately out for this game. And Dirk, that means you need more scoring, and we're not really seeing that from many of the starters.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, when you knew Steph was out, you knew everybody else had to step up, and I wasn't sure if they can keep up the scoring with the Nuggets, and they clearly haven't shown it. You get 0 points from Kuminga, which I thought he's going to be super ultra aggressive to score, get his game off. Hasn't really got any rhythm. Podziemski has 2 points, and Moody has 0, who had 28 last game. So they need some production to keep up the scoring, because Denver will keep up scoring.
And I mean, with Steph Curry out, you got to find ways to score, but that doesn't make any excuses for their defense. I mean, they gave up 66 points, 56 from the field percentage, 60 from 3, 18 assists, 4 turnovers. Just not enough resistance if you're the Golden State Warriors. I mean, these guys are good. They took a chip from you.
It goes to show you how great offense can sort of be your defense. When you have to take the ball out of the basket every single play, when Steph Curry's on the court raining down threes, it slows down teams on the other end. So it's probably another reason why we're seeing the lack of defense from the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, I just see UD's face. Our in-house defender is not liking what he is seeing there. Let's see if they can adjust. Nikola Jokic, Christian Brown, and the Nuggets lead the Warriors by 17. We'll be right back on The Half, presented by AT&T after this. Antetokounmpo family warming up. So cute.
There's more of them.
Steal.
They're coming up. Josh Giddey getting ready. First quarter. Giddey top of the key, cut into Buzelis, who puts in the reverse layup there. Under 2 to play in the first. Antetokounmpo.
Oh, my goodness.
Bucks led by 1 at the half. In the third, Giannis getting downhill.
This is crazy.
3 people.
Clock winding down.
I tossed.
Buzelis step back three-pointer is good over the defender. And the fourth, Giannis left all alone. Drills it from the perimeter. The Bucks win this one, 126-110. They remain undefeated in group play. I mean, we got to start there with Giannis. What we are seeing him do this year, Blake, unreal.
He looks like he's on a mission. Like, he looks like he set out. A lot of people maybe wrote the Bucks off a little bit. No Dame Lillard, different team than before. And it looks like he was trying to remind everyone, no. I'm still the man. I still got control of this team, which is fun to watch. He was my preseason pick for MVP, by the way. And a lot of people doubted it.
It's strange that you bring that up after he scores a million
I think
points.
we got some video footage. We'll find it. Anyways, to you, UD.
I mean, when your best player is that ultra competitive, nobody else in the locker room has any excuse. I'm used to, and no disrespect, great players, but I'm used to some of those great players sometimes coasting. I mean, he sets the tone every single time on both ends of the basketball court. And when your best player does that, there's no excuse for anybody else. So Giannis lead, Milwaukee Bucks follow. And I think you'll be in a good situation. And shout out to what we talked about earlier, Rajon Rondo, working with the young point guard. And that was a situation where we figured like they kind of struggled a little bit. So I feel like they kind of much, covered that up. So I like what Milwaukee's doing, and I'm encouraged.
Yeah, Giannis, 41, 15, and 9 tonight. Only Oscar Robertson and Kareem have more 30, 10, and 5 games than Giannis. Yeah, I mean a headache.
Pretty
and
good.
a very elite company there. Draymond Green and the Warriors going to try to pull off a comeback on this NBA Cup Friday. The second half is next. Look, 3 there from Dre.
Tell him, Dre. Oh, that's what I do.
You're gonna need about 20 more of them tonight.
And Tommy Travis.
The Half is presented by AT&T. Connecting changes.
Back here at Ball Arena, 66-49 is our halftime score. Group C play in the Western Conference. Michael Grady, Jim Jackson, dominant first half by the Denver Nuggets. We'll get to our first half stats presented by Volkswagen. Just again, dominant display by Denver.
And it's dominant from this perspective is that you didn't see a lot of one-on-one. It was mainly team basketball that created a lot of these opportunities. You see the 19 points, 14 points, more importantly, the 7 and 3 assists, 10 together as a collective group. And when you have these two dynamic players, they can play off the ball. Here's a brush screen by Nikola Jokic getting Jamal Murray open. And then we know the 1-2 combination off the dribble is one of the toughest ones to guard in the league. But look how it formats. You have all this open space as Jamal Murray goes off. Now Draymond Green is caught in a quandary. I got to help a little bit. Jimmy Butler has to help because you have Aaron Gordon in the corner, and that just leaves Nikola Jokic wide open for a spot up 3. That's just excellent execution, excellent spacing by 2 teammates who know each other extremely well.
Let's get to our prime access sound from the first half of play.
I don't think there's really that many people in the league that can stop P.Y. when he's attacking full speed at the rim, bro.
The pace sets the tone for everything, all right? Boom! Push it, get it in! Go!
That's off. Next one going down.
Ready to start this third quarter. And not great news for the Warriors. If you look at Denver's numbers to start the season, they are the best third quarter team in the NBA, the widest point differential in the third period. So the Warriors with some work to do, down 17. Brown lost it on the way up. It's one way to get it done. They get a stop. Kuminga outside to Moody. Podziemski on the drive. Toss out to Kuminga. Now it's Green on top. Started the first quarter with the 3, the second quarter with the 3, and now the third.
He's laughing at the Denver bench because when he missed the one in the corner, he said, I'm going to make the next one, not knowing it was going to be up top, but that's an excellent start for Golden State.
Murray rimming out on the J. Butler the rebound.
Let's see, too, the energy, the pace that Steve Kerr was talking about. Let's see if that can be consistently employed here in the second half by Golden State.
Jokic off the Butler miss. Jokic with 14, 6, and 7 so far as Gordon through contact. Fouled on the way to the rim.
When Golden State got back into this game in the second quarter, it was on the defensive end. Here's Draymond putting the body in front and then finishing the play offensively. Jokic smart not to rush out to Draymond, especially at the top. I'm sure his numbers will indicate he's a better three-point shooter from the corner than at the top. So attention to detail on the scouting report is very important.
Aaron Gordon so far 10 points in this ball game. He's averaging over 20 for the season. Has not averaged 20 points for an entire season in his NBA career. Again, he's been tremendous to start this year.
Put the ego to the side, understand it's all about winning. Now, it's easier said than done. People say, okay, I'll do whatever it takes to win until or unless I got to give up something. He's bought in full time, and as a result, not only he, but the Nuggets benefit tremendously from that unselfishness.
Here's Green. Hand off to Moody. Moody looking for space. Pump fake. Good contest. Blocked by Murray. Out of bounds. And he'll keep it here. 2.7 on the shot clock for Golden State. Green in the corner, hits again. Draymond Green, back-to-back triples. It's 68-55. Gordon in the corner, shadowed by Kuminga. Mid-range jumper, short. Solid start for Golden State.
Go back to Draymond Green in the corner. He's gonna step there.
Oh, that was deflected. No, it wasn't deflected. Just a bad pass out of bounds.
Hey, listen, one more three-pointer from Draymond. We're petitioning to get him in the three-point shooting contest. All-Star game.
Denver in attack mode early in the shot clock, just 3 seconds off the shot clock, and Brown is fouled at the iron. And of course, it's Jokic setting him up.
Beautiful pass right down the sideline. Able to get it to Brown in space.
And we have a timeout by Golden State. 69-55 is our score. Early third quarter here. You saw this earlier tonight here on Prime. Victor Wembanyama, 18 of his 22 coming in the second half as San Antonio gets a win over Houston in Group C play. The unofficial title of Group C is Group of Death. It works. It works. Portland, San Antonio, Golden State, Denver, and Houston. Each of those teams all above 500. And that's the first free throw miss of the night for either team. Christian Brown off the heel. 69-55. Moody. No. Brown pushing it. Dump off. Good hands by Green. Scooped up by Butler. Butler outside to Podziemski. Penetrating. Nice feed. Butler the leg.
And that's the activity. Okay. The active hands, deflections. Now you're able to get out against some numbers and get some easy baskets. But disrupting the Denver offense with that activity is the key for Golden State.
Warriors showing some life to start this third quarter. Jokic surveyed the floor. Nobody open. I'll take the jet.
But it's that pass fake that drew Draymond back that he had to honor. And then he just put that holster up and then let it go.
I told you. Is that number 30 or 23? Another triple for Draymond Green, his 5th of the ball game. Murray. Pass over to Gordon. Open in the corner. It rolls in. Aaron Gordon, 3 for 4 from downtown.
And the good teams know how to stymie a run. That time, Aaron Gordon able to lace him up. Retaliate with that 3.
Oh, great light, but all air that time. He's going to hear it from the crowd, but Green has been sizzling in this ball game. 17 points, and it's 74-60. Murray over to Jokic, puts it up, and he got the bounce. Friendly rims here at Ball Arena. 18 for Jokic.
Yeah, even when you don't think it's going in, the soft touch, hear him perfectly. Beautiful pass and read for Jamal Murray as well.
Nice pocket pass. Moody can't hit. Jokic outside. Johnson. No. He's 0 for 3. Kuminga downhill, flips it up, won't go. Offensive board. Kuminga could have taken the shot back to the basket. Now he will fire and hit. Just took him some time.
Yeah, well, you know, he didn't realize how close he was and how open he was, but I'm glad he didn't force it. He got himself together. Again, playing with a little bit more pace allows you some more space to operate.
Kuminga averaging 17 on the season. That's his first field goal of the ball game. Last touch by the Nuggets here. 7th turnover for Denver.
Well, Golden State right now +3 halfway through this quarter. 13-10, 5 of 11, very efficient, more active on the defensive end.
Kuminga. Here comes the double. Post leaves it for Moody. 5 on the shot clock. Moody got Brown in the air. Can't hit the shot. Tap out by Green. Podziemski on the drive. Free throw line. Jumper bounces out. Feed up ahead to Gordon. Gordon the crossover. And he's fouled going up by Jonathan Kuminga.
I'll tell you something, too. Denver did a great job on that Kuminga post-up, and the reason why is because they forced the ball to come out on the same side. If it gets skipped, now you got a 2-on-1, 3-on-2 on the weak side. So if you're going to double or hedge, you want the ball to come out on the same side. That way you can rotate right back into coverage and not get caught into rotation.
Gordon good on the first. Tap into the Emirates NBA Cup in the NBA app. Go deeper inside the game. Follow the chase for the cup, including the Bucks defending their title, and tap in to watch games live. Download the app today. All roads lead to Las Vegas. There's Draymond Green right there in the middle of your screen, barking with somebody in the crowd. Off the rebound. Green toss it up. Kuminga in one motion put it up, is fouled.
Are they calling this?
They're saying not on the shot attempt.
They're saying that the grab took place right before he went up. Kuminga. Okay, let's see it here. The lob, and then, oh, he's saying, what he's saying, Thomas, he was holding him before the pass.
Yeah, before he had
right
control.
here. Yeah.
Crowd booing because they thought it was an offensive foul on Kuminga off the discard. Green. That time lob into Kuminga for the easy deuce. (77-64). Denver's largest lead was 19. Gordon out to Hardaway. Brown straight on. Rims out. And Jokic battling inside. They're doing all they can to keep him off the offensive glass.
That time post. A little too much. And we'll see the shot is up. And he, so you guys, Bose and Kuminga, which dealer's choice on that one, and Kuminga's laughing.
Just grab both arms.
That's right.
Jokic leaves it for Johnson. Johnson back to Jokic. Pump fake. Money.
Never in a rush. Saw post closing out. Little up fake.
Makes it look easy.
It really does.
He has 20. Kuminga just inside the free throw line. Doesn't get the bounce. Jokic the board. Gordon behind the back. Another crossover down the lane. And a poster. AG filthy. Kuminga, pull-up jumper is good.
The crowd is still reeling from that last Eric Gordon handle display and then finishing with a thunderous dunk.
Hardaway with the left. goes southpaw for his first field goal of the ball game. Healed for three. No. Ninth rebound for Jokic. Gordon from downtown left it short. Nuggets 83, Warriors 66. Podziemski on the arm. And timeout on the floor. David Alderman wants to talk things over. Adelman wants to talk things over. 83-69 is our score, and Aaron Gordon.
Wow. Every now and then, the slam dunk contest comes back out of his mind and give him the meme with the gas face right there.
Over the Warriors, Aaron Gordon giving us a little vintage AG, but that's not all he's had tonight. In fact, a lot has been made about that progression of Aaron Gordon's shot this season. If you ask Coach Adelman about it, he'll tell you it's a calmness to it. There's a calmness to the fundamentals, all the maintenance and work that he's put in. Adelman says when he approaches his shot in a game with that level of calm, guys, defenders then close out accordingly, and he's recognized and figured that part out. And look, you ask many around the organization, even Jim, you know this, evolving an aspect of your game at this point of your career as the Nuggets continue to score, like AG has, particularly with his shot, that's a testament to his commitment and dedication to his craft, not just for himself, but the betterment of this squad and its overall success. Many will call him a tireless worker, but it's a big reason why you're seeing the success for Aaron Gordon as we are.
Hey, great stuff, Allie. And as you progress through this league and you become more mature, a little bit more aged, you have to figure out ways to be effective. I'm not saying Aaron Gordon is at that point where athleticism is not there, but you start to evolve that part of your game now, shooting with distance. That allows you to be so much more effective when, and eventually, that athleticism will dissipate.
Talk about guys like Jason Kidd, who had a three-point shot in this game. Yep. Inside, Jimmy Butler fouled by Bruce Brown.
Well, look at Al Horford extending his career. I'm with the Clippers, Brook Lopez, who was a post-up player, rim protector, but he added that value add to his game and extended his career. But also, he provided something a little bit different. Al Horford provides a big with Steph, with Jimmy, that can pick and pop. You have to honor that.
Butler missing on the first. And Al Horford out tonight. Of course, no Steph Curry dealing with an illness. Hopes to return soon for the Warriors. They head home to take on the Pacers in their next outing.
And as much as I love Al, it's a love-hate relationship because he was that 07 Florida team that beat my Buckeyes in the national championship. So it's hard not to carry a little grudge.
It was 20 years ago, and now Will Richard, a rookie for the Warriors, on the floor, who's coming off a title with the Florida Gators.
How about that?
Murray. No. Spencer. Golden State down 15. That's just an unforced error there.
It is, and he wanted to hit post. Okay, just give it to, I think it might have been Buddy on the wing, and then he can enter it into posts who have position. And speaking about entering,
Watson right to the rack for two. Lead extends to 17. Spencer for three. Left it short. Battle for the rebound. Chased down by Watson. Quickly up ahead to Jokic. And good job by Spencer to knock that away. Jokic, a 22-point ball game. He's a rebound and an assist shy from his 6th triple-double of the season. Murray. Back to Jokic. Short hook is good.
But you do your work early. You establish low post position. So once you catch it, you're going to be bigger. And now you just have to turn and shoot. I mean, that's just doing your work early in that offensive set. And speaking of which, that time Butler able to get inside position, I think, on Murray.
Another and one opportunity for Jimmy Butler.
Now watch Jokic right here in the middle, boom. Watch him seal right there. Okay, and don't waste any time. You're comfortable with that jump hook. You know the help is coming from the middle. Get it up and over the top before they get there. That's just years and years of knowing all these different defensive schemes and how to break through that.
We were asking David Adelman before the game, how do you challenge a guy like Nikola Jokic? And he says, never seen anyone like him. He challenges himself. He did point out that Jokic made an effort to be more vocal as a leader, as Murray with the ball fake. Oh, and the nifty lay-in.
Which is not easy, being a vocal leader.
Here's Butler the other way, outside. Spencer won't take the three. Instead, will drive into a crowd, looking for someone to kick it out to. It's Butler. Under 10 on the shot clock. Hield kept the dribble. Pull up Jay. Well off the mark. Pass ahead. Bruce Brown ahead of the pack. Largest lead of the night for the Nuggets. And the Nuggets looking for their first win in Group C play after a loss last week to the Blazers. Spencer, nice feed.
Nice
Host the beneficiary.
Yeah, nice patience that time. I've been watching Jimmy Butler run, and I know he's coming off that back injury, and that may be a little stiff. He's not as aggressive defensively, and when he's running, but not really to get to where they're opening, where he may have to explode and get some contact.
Murray, too good. 23 for Jamal Murray. Right at his season average thus far. Spencer's going to walk the dog. Down 20. And a foul there. And ill-advised. We're going to get free throws here.
Murray, now you see me, now you don't. Able to split two defenders and finish it nice, and the patented step back, pull up.
It's been special. And Adelman highlighted just it's an off season where you're not putting so much basketball pressure on yourself. Spending time with family, getting away from the game a little bit. Sometimes it's just the medicine you need for a strong start.
It is too, especially when you had some summers where it's been dedicated to rehabbing. So you really never have that peace of mind to enjoy that downtime, which you need as a professional athlete, because the season is so arduous physically and mentally, that having that space during the summer to go travel, to be with your kids, and then get your mind geared back up is so valuable, especially when you talk about making deep playoff runs. All that energy, that positive energy, is very important, especially at the start of the season.
95-77 after the free throws. 5-second difference, shot and game clock. Murray getting downhill, nearly lost it, tosses it up to Jokic. Jokic turn it inside. Two more for number 15. Spencer on the drive, blocked out of there by Watson. Brown pushing it ahead. Brown is fouled, nearly got it to go in. Hit the turbo button and got to the cup with 1.1. He'll have to earn it at the line.
Well, this is outstanding defense by Peyton Watson. Nah, get that out of here, man. What you trying to do? That Draymond was not going to let Bruce Brown, I don't care what the score is, get an easy layup. And I'm glad the fact, too, that Draymond timed that up. Bruce was going to elevate, didn't allow him to get up because any kind of injury could have happened, and Draymond knew that.
Bruce Brown happy to be back with the Nuggets as we take a look at the upcoming national TV schedule. NBA TV tomorrow, Lakers, Hawks, ESPN tomorrow night, Suns, Clippers, Peacock on Monday, Washington taking on Detroit, then a doubleheader on NBC and Peacock on Tuesday, Celtics, Sixers, and Nuggets, Kings. For more on these games, go to NBA.com or visit The NBA app. Brown good at the line. 1.1. Butler with the heave. And the third quarter in the books. Nuggets continuing to roll. Their lead is 22. Fourth quarter action on the way. And we are underway. From downtown, it's money. Draymond Green to the rim. The lob to Gordon. Butler, the midi is school. Murray from downtown in his bag. Nuggets have been rolling right from the opening tip. As you see the scoring by quarter, their advantage is 22, their largest of the night, as we head to the fourth quarter. Michael Grady, Jim Jackson, Allie Clifton. Group C play here on Prime. Moody, no good. And that ball bounces right in the hands of Tim Hardaway Jr., who gives it over to Valanciunas. Moses Moody 0 for 8 in this ball game tonight. Valanciunas, yeah, take the three, in and out. Knocked down 2 in the first half. This is post.
Yeah, thought about it a little bit right there with Valanciunas inside.
Moody on the move, on one leg, got his first field goal.
And sometimes, you know, now, Moody's had some open shots. He just did not come in. Put your head down, try to get to the free throw line, get inside the key. Maybe that'll open up the faucet a little bit for you as far as shooting.
Pass over to Valanciunas, and he's fouled. Moses Moody in the vicinity.
And just a little bully ball right here by Moody. Bruce Brown is in position, but Moody right there didn't extend that arm, kind of hit Bruce Brown right in the middle of the chest with that shoulder. Dislodged him enough to get enough space.
Valanciunas, 8 points, couple of rebounds. Time now for a look at tonight's live lines presented by FanDuel. So the point spread started at, well, it's 9.5, and it's expanded. One more free throw for Valanciunas in his first season here in Denver. And Jokic, let's see if his night is over. He's a rebound and an assist shy of a triple-double. Spencer up top. Green for 3. Won't go. Rebound bounces over to Butler, who finds post inside for 2.
And just keep chipping away. I know. Yeah, the lead can change quickly. It's 20 points. If Denver at all messes around 3 or 4 possessions, and Golden State is able to capitalize.
Watson, no, tipped up and in by Valanciunas. 12 points off the bench for Valanciunas. That's a bad pass. 2-on-1. Murray behind the back. Watson kisses it off the glass. Corner 3 won't drop for Spencer. Post the offensive board. Puts it up and got the bounce. Wooden Post in his second year out of Boston College. 14 points off the bench in this one. Watson, he will take the 3 and connects.
And sometimes that hesitation kind of throws off your rhythm. Now, Peyton Watson took that little rhythm dribble, got himself set.
The Nuggets are shooting 52% from three-point range in this ball game.
And this is a team that shoots it at 34%. But tonight, it's a different story. Jamal Murray behind the back pass. Watson able to score, but not content. I like the 3-ball just a little bit better. Nuggets rolling right now.
With the full day of epic matchups, watch 12+ hours of live sports, including the NFL with Bears, Eagles, followed by an Emirates NBA Cup doubleheader. And it all starts with the return of the Skins game at 9 a.m. Eastern. Don't miss Black Friday game day only on Prime. Luka Doncic, he'll be in the second half of that doubleheader on Black Friday. 200 points through 5 games. He joins Wilt and MJ. Wilt's incredible.
Why is it that every category or record, Wilt's name is at the top or somewhere just lurking around?
Like you said, multiple times.
Multiple times, man.
Luka off to a blistering start.
Unbelievable. Skinny Luka.
Skinny Luka.
Skinny Luka.
Luka before was a problem. Skinny Luka is scary. And look out the 4th row.
But I tell you what, take a page out of what Nikola Jokic did. During COVID, he lost the weight, knowing that, one, he needed to be in shape, but for the long term, stamina-wise, injury-wise, it would benefit not only him but the team. The same thing is taking place with Luka. Not only do you have to take the weight off, you have to keep it off. That's the important part of it.
He looks great, as does Jokic. Jokic has his legs crossed on the Nuggets bench. He's comfortable.
He might be thinking about his horses right now.
Valanciunas, nice feed, blocked out of there. And here come the Warriors the other way. Podziemski, no, Watson the rebound. Brown attacking, and it's knocked out of bounds. And we'll stay with the Nuggets. 108-85, mentioned earlier, the Warriors going to return home after this one. Had a tough stretch to start the season, but with this group, especially with the age, it's all about the long game. And they understand the long game as well as any group.
But the key with the Warriors, too, is that they're young in some key reserve positions, which help it. Okay, with Podziemski, Kuminga, Trace Jackson, Richard, you know what I mean? You got guys that still have youthful energy that can still add value to your rotation. And I think that'll help them in the long, arduous season that we're going to see here, especially in the Western Conference. Oh, beautiful.
Nice move by Podziemski, couldn't put it in. Battle for the rebound, secured by Watson. Valanciunas with a season-high 14 points tonight. Brown, strong kick out, Hardaway, 3-ball, corner pocket.
I'll tell you what, it's good to be home. This rim is, I mean, as wide open as anything. But the high-quality shots, I think, is the key.
Yes.
Buddy Hield be able to knock it in. But the beauty of the Denver offense is that the ball is hopping, it's moving. You don't have to pound it outside of the pick-and-roll game with Jokic and Murray. And that forces teams into rotation. So you're going to get a lot of open looks. Hence, that's why you want to surround Jokic with three-point shooters to make teams pay when they start to tilt towards his side.
That's what makes them scary. And they still have yet to unlock Cameron Johnson, who at some point will figure it out for Denver.
And they're patient, too, with this, that despite everybody else wanting to shoot high-volume threes, they know who they are, which is pound the paint first.
And David Adelman wants to call a timeout. 6:27 to go in regulation.
It's a tournament. James drives inside. Oh, sweet ball. Lillard way downtown. Oh, the alley-oop to Giannis. Come take your trophy.
Your road to the Emirates NBA Cup right here on Prime. Group C. See the standings thus far. Denver, well on their way to their first victory in Group C play. You don't see it listed here, but point differential is extremely important in case of a tiebreaker. So if Denver continues to pile it on and they don't take their foot off the gas, it's not unsportsmanlike. There's a reason behind it. This is GP2. Di Santos on the floor now for Golden State. Spencer. Got it back from Jackson Davis. Penetrating, rises, can't hit, but will go to the line for two. And here's those tie-break rules, head-to-head. At least the first tiebreaker, then point differential the second. And that's been a big talking point among coaches. It's uncomfortable at times.
It is.
Yeah, but it's a part of it.
It's a part of it, and two, I think the more you play this in-season tournament, the more comfortable players and coaches get, but also the fans. They can really understand the value that it adds. And anytime you do something for the first time when it's kind of against the grain to what you're used to, especially in the league, it gets met with some resistance, just like the play-in tournament. But how beneficial that has been to the end of the season when teams still need to play hard, and I think this had the same effect mid-season.
Off the turnover, Richard driving and put a little English on it for two, plus the foul.
And how many times have we said at the end of the game like this is where coaches evaluate young talent by how hard they play despite being down big numbers. You still got a job to do. So it's still valuable minutes. You can't discount these minutes for these young players that are playing right now, in particular for Will Richard for Golden State, Santos, you know.
Richard in double figures with 10 points, again coming off that 30-point performance on Wednesday. Valanciunas the seal, and is fouled by Jackson Davis.
Valanciunas a big guy, man. He carved out a lot of space. I mean,
he is a tree.
Hey, you ever watch the show Vikings? You ever see Vikings?
I'm familiar with Vikings. I haven't watched it.
Valanciunas, like, dead on. I mean, one of them dudes, those Norsemen that just, I mean, oh man, you see him coming, you're like, man, it's gonna be a long day, bro.
Oh, I will call it a pass to Valanciunas. I don't know if the scoring table will agree. But Brown goes off window to Valanciunas. Here's Payton, no, and rebound secured inside by Santos. Payton. Santos nearly lost it, and he's fouled. That foul is on Bruce Brown.
Not a high flyer, but Jokic, you know, we got a lot in common. We barely get up, but we make it count when we get over the top of the rim.
1:15.92, 5 minutes to go in regulation. Nuggets 4-0 on their home floor. 360 turnaround, Jay, for Spencer. Strawther over to Watson, going to the reverse. He's fouled. And Peyton Watson will go to the line for two. And more substitutions coming. Jalen Pickett going to check into the ball game. 115.94 is our score. It's been all Denver, and Aaron Gordon has been doing it with his play and his leadership.
Yeah, Pete, be hella aggressive, bruh. Be hella aggressive.
Hella aggressive, get down there.
You are gonna make mistakes. You might make mistakes, but I promise you're gonna make more plays than you make mistakes.
You know, I love that part of it, understanding it's tough for a young player playing on a team that has championship aspirations, because the time
sometimes it's not going to be as consistent. But you got to figure out ways to continue to get better, because your time will come. And from a vet telling you, be aggressive, but make aggressive mistakes that you're trying to do the right thing, the coaching staff can't accept that.
Will Richard with the tip in there. Yeah, that was a great bite. Aaron Gordon talking up Peyton Watson. And Watson playing well in this one. 10 points off the bench. This is Bruce Brown with the handle. On the drive, bombs. Late whistle, and Adomaitis Petrides makes the call.
You know, I thought, speaking of that, that was one of the challenges with Golden State when you had a young Kuminga, Moses Moody with James Wiseman, of how do you develop young talent when you're in the midst of competing for championships. And it's not easy. So you get this rap of where you don't develop young talent, but how are you going to consistently do that when your veterans are the ones that are maximizing all the minutes? So something is going to suffer, which is generally the young player.
And Steve Kerr was telling us before the game, you know, if a player like Kuminga was, you know, one of the worst teams in the league, he'd get a lot of minutes, he'd get a green light to go out there and do whatever he wants to do out there on the floor. But when you're playing for a squad that has, you know, championship aspirations, it's kind of a different feel, different vibe.
But what you gain too, not only winning, you understand what it means to be a pro. So when you're in that situation, to be called upon as the leader of a team, whether it's in Golden State or somewhere else, you've developed the right habits, the right winning habits early in your career. And that is your foundation moving forward.
Question. He's had great mentorship from the veterans.
Yep.
And great relationships with the vets on this Golden State squad. Brown trying to find Strawther is broken up by Gary Payton. And Brown will take a seat as Hunter Tyson will check into the ball game for the Nuggets. Jalen Pickett, Zeke Naji, Julian Strawther, Spencer Jones. This is Naji straight on. Well, if you're shooting a three and you're in a blue jersey, chances are it's going in.
Power for the course, partner. Power for the course.
121-98. Nuggets thinking about point differential. Santos. Ooh, that hit iron?
It's so.
Richard, no good. And rebound secured by Tyson. Strawther for three. That one won't go. And Tyson trying to keep it alive, lost it out of bounds. And these are two teams in a different space right now. The Warriors came in with 26 man games lost. Didn't have Draymond, Jimmy, or Steph on Wednesday. No Steph tonight, no Al Horford. And meanwhile, the Nuggets, they have been perfectly healthy all season long, as that won't go. And then finally tipped up and in by Jackson Davis. But this is a Denver squad that looks scary, and what we've seen from the Warriors when they're at full strength, they're scary as well.
And the Warriors had to figure out this, because now this to be 0-5 on the road, even when healthy, because in this Western Conference, we talked about it, to really compete for those top 4 spots, top 6 spots, you got to have to win some games on the road. We know that Golden State is not going 0 for 42 on the road, 41 on the road, but you got to be able, especially against the Denver, sneak some of these wins that come back to help you as you advance later into playoff territory.
Oh, Davis rising up and throwing it down over Tyson. We're approaching 2 minutes to go. The lead is now 18. And a foul is called. Going against Will Richard. And these are two of the oldest teams in the NBA. Only the Clippers have an older roster than the Warriors. The Nuggets, meanwhile, the 9th oldest roster in the association. And Strawther knocks down the first free throw. Stay tuned for NBA Nightcap presented by Wayfair. It's coming up next. star of the game, will join the studio live. They'll talk more about the Emirates NBA Cup action. And again, that's all coming up. NBA Nightcap studio crew chilling on the couches in that fantastic studio.
They look real comfortable. I mean, they did a great job with that.
Yes.
And they do an excellent job of kind of breaking down plays and thought processes, coaching players. Got back to teaching, which I love. With a little humor. With a little humor.
No Blake's in there.
Oh, yeah, you know Blake.
Clock stops with 1:41 to go. And Strawther will go back to the free throw line. These two teams have met nearly 200 times. Nuggets leading the all-time series 109-87. And Strawther knocks down the first. We talk about the group of death with Group C. I feel like the division that the Nuggets are in with the Minnesota Timberwolves, the defending champion Oklahoma City Thunder, and Portland Trailblazers, the way they've improved. I mean, that is a tough division to battle in as well.
That's why health is going to be so important to whoever eventually comes out of the West. You know, it's a marathon. To be able to keep your best players on the court.
Najee, bucket, and the foul with 1:08 to go.
And the Nuggets still playing the right way. Cut, pass, move. When your teammate is open, deliver the pass on time and on target and pick it here. Sees it. Najee able to sneak right in, and Santos just a little late to the party.
And off the miss. Nuggets going to beat the Warriors in this building for the 6th straight time. Warriors haven't won here since March of 22. Strawther, no good. And long rebound to Santos. Spencer lines it up, no good. And pick at the board. They'll run some clock here. Let's see if they get another shot on goal. Again, thinking about point differential, and that will drop for Spencer Jones.
You got the freedom to keep shooting, man.
Keep going.
You got the freedom. Get your name in the book, man.
Got his first field goal. And block inside, Santos. And he'll go to the line with 12.5 to go.
Now here's going to be the one. Do you shoot it now?
They go shoot again.
You see Normally,
they're definitely going down.
If this was Saturday night, it was regular, okay, the shot don't go up. But, so, okay, here's the question. Since we're talking about point differential, and Kuminga heard us when we were talking about it, do you take a 2 or a 3? That's the question. Do you spread this thing out a little bit more with a 3?
And you know this. If this was a non-cup night and they go down and shoot a 3, there might be some words. There might be some words, but it's a cup night. Everybody understands it.
I guarantee you it's going to be the nonchalant 3. Like, I really didn't want to shoot it, but I'm going to shoot it.
Here we go.
Watch. This is going to be the nonchalant. Strawther definitely going to put it up.
10 seconds.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Up ahead.
Shoot it.
Tyson. Oh, crowd is.
He didn't get the memo.
He didn't get the memo.
Pay attention to the scouting report, young man.
No, you don't get the end. 129, 104 our final. And Jim, that's just a dominant performance by the Nuggets start to finish.
From start to finish, and the difficulty with this team is that you focus so much on Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic, of course. The other parts of the game and how you have to guard the full real estate of the court becomes a challenge because Jokic is such an outstanding passer, and you have outstanding cutting by Murray and by, Brown. It's just a tough ask to try to stop this team at home.
Tough one tonight for the Warriors. Nuggets get their first win in Cup play, and Jamal Murray is standing by with our Allie Clifton.
Thanks so much, Grady. Jamal, you guys get your first Cup win. You're now 1-1 in Cup action. You told me pregame each game is a new opportunity. What'd you love about your squad's approach to this one?
I just love the energy we brought no matter who they're playing. You know, sometimes we can get kind of lax and the other team can surprise you. So I'm just glad we played the same way throughout the whole game with the same intensity.
For you, your great start to the season continues, 23-8, 16 of those coming in the second quarter alone. What were you able to find, Jamal, there in that second quarter that really opened this thing up?
Just shooting it.
When you find that rhythm, what does it do, not just for yourself, but also this team that you can feel?
I think it just opens things up for everybody. You know, we got the best player in the world. He demands a lot of attention, so if I have it going, it just opens things up even more for everybody. And you saw it tonight. I think everybody had a good night. It was a fun game, and most importantly, we got the win.
I got to ask, I know it's nothing new for you guys, but when Aaron Gordon goes a little vintage AG as he did there in the third, how would you rate that throwdown?
It was good. It was good.
Just good?
I mean, my bad. No, it was really nice. The crossover into everything. So that's what he does. That's what he does.
Jamal, I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Grady, back over to you.
Thank you so much, Allie. Yeah, vicious throwdown from AG. Just a vicious night overall for the Nuggets. They get their first Emirates NBA Cup win of the season, and that'll do it for us here at Ball Arena. Final score, 129-104 for Jim Jackson, Allie Clifton, and our entire NBA on Prime crew. I'm Michael Grady. Coming up next, NBA Nightcap, presented by Wayfair.
Max Warner Music.